Yeah, realistically, how many crocodiles do you guys think you could take on?
Hey, yo, welcome back to the High Kicks podcast. Carl, the answer to your question, I think, is
Finger
gonna have to
guns,
be,
shut up. I need to say finger guns first. Now go.
the answer to your question is going to be like 2.5.
Do you think you can fight 2.5 crocodiles? I think you would die.
I mean, you didn't say they'd have to be full grown.
Yeah, I know. Like, I think, all right, let's say they're like 6 months. So they aren't like full size, but they're still
I'm dead
like,
at 1. I'm talking about newborns, 2.5.
Are 6 months that big?
I don't know.
I'm gonna check this shit real quick.
I
I don't
am-
think they're that big.
How big is a 6-month-old crocodile?
Oh my god, I am so dumb.
About knee wide, knee high, based off experience.
They can be about a foot long. Yeah, no, 6 months I can take them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
No,
like,
no,
how
no,
many?
hold on.
How many 6-month-old crocodiles can you take?
Okay, that's different though. That's a different
30.
question compared to.
Oh wait, actually, I just looked that up. That's easy. That's easy. 6 months. Let's make it a year. How big is it after a year?
Look it up. I'm sorry, by the way, for not talking about footy right off the bat, but Carl asked this question right before we started the show, and now we got to talk about it.
I was realistic. I just held up one, and I thought for a joke I just hold up 2 or 3. But now we've gone to this whole tangent
I don't know how they are.
instead of
It's like
talking about real 6-month-old baby alligators.
All right, the real question is how many
Oh,
children...
all right, yeah. Fucking 3.5 feet to 5 feet long. How many of these bitches you taking on?
0.
12.
I think we could all take on one.
I think the 3 of us together could take on one. But the real
No.
question...
No. I think we could all take on one individually. But
Okay.
like,
If it's a 3-footer, maybe a 5-footer, no. But I do need to ask, how many children do you think you need to put on a pitch to beat Manchester United?
4.
Okay. I want to start this episode off with a little bit of a quick Premier League.
Can I
rundown.
ask another question real quick?
No, we'll ask it at the end. Chad, what's up?
Thank you for respecting hand rules. Are we talking about like Barcelona children or just like normal children?
Normal children and then La Masia children.
Okay, so La Masia children 4, regular children about 24.
Okay. I want to start this off little bit of a kind of quick Premier League rundown, then we'll get into some Champions League, and then we'll get into some general sports recap. How's that sound to you guys?
Fantastic.
All right, cool. What the fuck happened to Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, sorry. I have to go back to that thing. You could fit like 10 kids and that would like fill the entire net. So then literally, even if they get like hit by a shot or something,
No.
you could
Have
shove
you
another
seen the
kid
video?
in.
Have you seen the video of 3 professional
yeah, but
Japanese
say-
players playing against 100 kids?
Yeah.
They rip them to shreds.
Who's in?
Oh
No.
no. Those are like young kids. I mean like fucking like.
Oh, you're talking like 13, 14-year-olds?
Yeah, if you take
Brian,
like
fix
10,
the-
13-year-olds, they
fucking
fill
shit
an
for
entire
me.
goal.
That's fair. 24, 13-year-olds, yeah. But what the fuck happened in Nottingham Forest?
That sucked.
Because I was fucking slouching literally into goddamn Narnia.
Chad, you got anything you want to say?
This is okay.
Yeah, baby.
But like, fucking
The best
the entire
story
show.
in the league this year. Cough, cough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I think I like have to.
You mean Man U not getting relegated?
I think I have to sway my opinion on thinking it was Forest and actually give it to Bournemouth. I really do.
'Cause they're doing this, mind you, with like I think like Evan Nielsen. I think is their most
With
expensive
Justin
signing.
Kluivert.
They also
Yeah,
lost.
Kluivert
See
being
one
like their
to believe one.
MVP this season.
They also lost their best player this
they
past
also-
summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But no, that midfield's holding it down entirely. Like for both sides, honestly, it's just Forest is starting to
Shearer
really see
has-
the second half of the season more so
Shearer
than
has-
Bournemouth, which is surprising to me. Bournemouth are really keeping strong. Kepa's really balling out. I really like to play from like the likes of Lewis Cook, Tyler Adams. Like I said earlier, like the MVP of the side so far into the season. I would give it to Justin Kluivert. He's been balling out this season. I really think Bournemouth actually have a really solid side in the Prem, which is ironic to say, like, in my opinion. Like, heading into the season, I did not see this out of this side. I thought Kepa was going to have a complete
What's up?
Just awful season. I was going to use a lot worse words for that, but yeah.
Brian, Chad, can we start a chant?
I don't know what, like, I didn't expect this from them. They've been a consistent, not necessarily relegation fighting team, but near it. Just kind of scrapes their way up, sometimes spend some time in the relegation battle. To see them fighting for where they are now, they're in 7th. I mean, they're tied with Chelsea. I could see them finishing in a Conference League spot, and that's huge.
Yeah. Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, do you see them finishing top 4? Do you see this just sort of as
I don't know if I see top 4. I see anywhere from 4th to 6th. I don't see this as a negative turning point in their season. I see this as a blip. I see this as they're a phenomenal squad who've been playing some phenomenal football, and a team came in with a plan and they executed it and they smashed them.
I was going to say, even though, like, I'm saying negative things about this side, it's more so about the other teams beneath them running into form more than them falling off entirely. Like the likes of Man City and Newcastle really coming into form this second half of the season, because it's not that late into it. Nottingham Forest, though, like, I just don't know if they can hold off the Man Cities, the Newcastles, the Chelseas. Like, they're gonna struggle heading into the second half, and I think them getting a top 6 spot to begin with was not expected at all.
I don't think it was expected, but I think it's where they're going to finish.
Yeah, it's massively deserved for the way that they've played this season. I'm just really surprised that they're in this opportunity to begin with. Like, the way that this table currently looks is ridiculous. Heading into the season, if you said the top 2, yeah, I would understand that, but the rest of them, hell no.
Yeah, pardon my language here, with the top of the table itself, but the top of the table's fucking ridiculous. The middle of the table's fucking ridiculous. The relegation zone is not that fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I sort of wish Wolves were sort of sitting around that 14 spot like they typically are, but you know what? It is what it is.
I was going to say, bro, there's a polar bears in Arlington, Texas down there.
What?
2 of the hosts of this podcast are currently in a relegation battle, if you think about it.
Okay, so I would say, I would not say 12. 29 points is not in a relegation battle.
I think I'm out of it. Like, I think we're ass, but I think we're out of it.
But
on the other hand, it's crazy to see that Nottingham Forest is only 3 points behind Arsenal. Like,
the whole table has been ridiculous. The whole league has been ridiculous. And there's just kind of like, every time you feel like you have it figured out, there's another shocking result. Like what, Everton beating Brighton?
Yeah.
Like what?
I think everyone's starting to get better and everyone's starting to make better signings. And on any given day, it's more parity to it. It's not so much like, I think Man City, if they had Rodri, it would be a different conversation that we're having about everything. I think it would be Liverpool and Man City and then Arsenal sitting in third, everyone else. But with what's happened this season, we've seen a lot of parity. I've really enjoyed it. despite my team eating complete dog shit. And I'm not gonna have Brian leap out. What else I was gonna say?
I will say,
it was horse related though.
Everton. I feel like Everton just have a new manager bounce right now, and they're just gonna go on like the run that like they're gonna be really like for the past couple of years. It's been really ass at the beginning. Then they get a run between like December and February where they
have one player look like fucking prime Lukaku, and then you're sitting there being like, God damn.
Yeah, they just get enough points to survive, and then it's vibes for the rest of the season. I mean, I will say it is impressive that no matter how many point deductions Everton seems to receive, they are invincible.
Yep. Yeah.
They're like Soldier of Godric in Elden Ring. They just, no matter what, they're always there for you.
I love how we're talking about like Man U potentially being in a relegation battle when Spurs are actually in it. Like,
Spurs. So last week, I went on a little conversation about I think Spurs are going to scapegoat Ange and get rid of him, and Chad and I agreed that would be stupid. And then we talked about Leicester. And then Chad made a joke about narratives colliding, and the narratives did indeed collide. And the fuck is going on at Tottenham Hotspur? I know. So I'm going to take this full screen real quick. Chad, deal with it with what I'm about to say. But I know the entire side is hurt. I know they have so many issues. I know they have all of these problems. But Leicester City are dog shit right now. They're just they hadn't won in their last 7 matches. They just haven't been playing good football. And a club like Spurs, even if you're hurt, hosting an ailing Leicester City should not lose this match. It's embarrassing for Tottenham Hotspur. I don't necessarily think they're in the relegation fight fully either. They're just on the outside. I think they could fall into it. But I just think this is abysmal. They have been playing horrendous football. I think the high line for Ange has been figured out. I think he needs to make a little bit of a change. I don't really think it's his fault fully given the injuries, but it is the manager's job to do something good with what they've got. And I don't know. I mean, if they don't recover, the board is going to sack him, and then it's going to be a terrible decision. And
like respectfully, they have not done shit. They literally have done absolutely nothing with all the options that they have had. They had Harry Kane for God knows how long, still didn't do anything with him. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Spurs. There's definitely a curse. They never know what the fuck they're doing.
Even when they has a finger in the air.
Like, bro, I'm ranting. Even though they have one of the better sides in the Prem on paper, it's just always, time and time again, ass, and once again, ass. Jadius, you may take the floor.
Thank God. God damn. My team, my team's here. And you got the guy who lives at the front of the train, like, talking. And then you got poop shitter over on the top right talking. But I feel like I have at least an ounce, and I mean this in no disrespect, but I feel like I have an ounce of understanding of what it felt like to jump out of an airplane over Germany in World War II and see the sunrise the next morning. Spurs, you get 5 big booms for a big Ange. Boom, 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 boom. 5. Oops. I don't think the XLR allowed me that, but you know what? We'll take it anyways. I'm going to just continue to talk negative about Leicester because every single time I do, they win the next game. the uniforms could be better. And James Justin is still getting minutes. I don't know how.
James Justin hate agenda. He used to be good, now he's not.
Well, he got injured,
we used to be best buddies, now we're not.
Leicester suck. I don't know what the hell you're gonna do once Vardy leaves, but you're fucked. So
my favorite part about this entire match is Vardy scoring badge and then being like, "We have one, you have zero." Like he's just the king of shithousery.
I just also love, like, yes, Leicester have a more recent Premier League than Manchester United, but Arsenal haven't won the Prem since like 92. Like,
Arsenal?
Yeah.
You mean
they won the Prem multiple times in the 2000s. The Invincibles in 2003.
Oh, holy shit. I'm so dumb. They haven't won the Prem in a while. They're ass.
They've never won the Champions League.
Yeah. They won't. But they haven't won the Prem in a while. And
Leicester
this isn't happening.
I will say, yeah. I really always like to at least beat Spurs because of the 2-goal 90-minute incident a couple years ago, but hurts every time I think about it. But yeah.
You know what really hurts? I was thinking about this the other day because someone brought it up. Fucking Deshaun Jackson's run back in the playoffs against the Giants.
I brought that up.
With like 13 seconds left on the clock, and then he runs it back for a touchdown. And me sitting there as like a kid watching the Giants' best season that they literally, like, I think in franchise history have had. I was like, true. Got one of the best. Like, they had like 3 losses on the season. They didn't.
Deshaun Jackson's return took the Giants out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So the Giants did not have 3 losses.
It was in the wild card game too.
No, it was not. It was the last game, the last play of the regular season.
Yeah.
I thought that was the wild card.
No.
Whatever. I remember watching it. It eliminated the Giants from playoffs.
Back into the footy that we all care about. Leicester suck.
Well, we don't.
But you do.
You can't say that.
You're literally 1 point out of relegation right now.
Okay, by that logic, Nottingham Forest sucks because they just lost.
Chelsea, they befuddled all of us. They tricked all of us into thinking that they were title contenders in the beginning of the season. They are not. They came out nicely. Not gonna lie. I really, really feel for, and I am not gonna try and say him, but I feel for Kusanov. Oh. Just a very poor start with the back pass header and then the yellow card, but I think he's got a great career ahead of him. But this game started off Chelsea and was all Manchester City from here on out.
I love how you said that. I wasn't fooled. I wasn't tricked.
I mean, honestly, I wasn't either, but they befuddled a lot of people.
I made the warning that if we actually see a dip of form, like around this time, there's a good chance Enzo's strategy has been found out. For those who don't know, Leicester City somehow blew a 20-point lead and still won the championship.
That was funny.
That was the most mentally deteriorating 2 months of my life. Every single week, it was like, I was like, it can't happen. It's not going to happen. It can't happen. And then it happened, and I'm like, oh my God. If you're a Chelsea fan, unfortunately, I don't know, man. I feel like I think Enzo's like a safe manager when he has a really good team and the team is better.
Yeah, but that's the issue when you're in the Prem.
Yeah.
Pretty much never are in that situation.
At least versus like, teams like Man City where it's like equal competition. I don't know, man. It's always really, really weird. Like we didn't beat Ipswich and we didn't beat Leeds that same last year. And those were like games. Like obviously you had where did we win the Prem at? Did we win the Prem at West Brom? No.
I'm just gonna chat. I'm just gonna give you the full. I'm gonna give you the full screen for this real quick.
I was gonna say like you consider like, oh yeah, Preston North End was like a big game to win because like league title on the line. But no offense, that's Preston North End. I don't know, man. Enzo just has this really bad habit of just throwing his head into the wall repeatedly and not adjusting, and it's very, very hard to watch because he's a very likable manager. He's very, very, he brings like a mentality with him. He brings like a whole attitude adjustment. And clearly Chelsea's gone through that. But now you're also going to deal with, he doesn't have a plan B. It's just his ride or die, super, super high line, pass the ball and make it look cool as much as humanly possible. But then you're also playing the super duper high line.
I think with the Chelsea side, though, you can't blame it entirely like on the manager. I think Robert Sanchez is also shitting the bed. I think it's a mixture of everything along this side. They have injuries. Robert Sanchez can't fucking play football.
Robert Sanchez is fucking ass. I made a video about it. I went on a rant about it last week. Robert Sanchez is fucking ass.
Like, he is holding this side back.
They'd be better with Kepa.
Yeah, legitimately.
Free Petrovic until it's backwards.
There's just so many issues with this side. Their defense is just, with Reece James and Cucurella, like, even though Cucurella balled out last season, like, I would still look on and look for someone else. Their midfield started to pick up play, but you never know. It's essentially just Cole Palmer, Fernandez on any given day, and Caicedo on any given day.
Nico Jackson has his days too.
I will say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then you have Nico Jackson, who either like is like the shittest version of Darwin Nunez that we've ever seen, and or fucking Didier Drogba, and you never know what the fuck you're gonna get from him. So I definitely think the City side is starting to improve as well. Vardiol, Brian mentioned in the last recording that he fucked up. I'm mentioning that again. I mentioned stylistically he's similar to like a Maldini-esque, not in terms of actual defense or
I think
ability,
what
but
Carl's trying
overall
to say,
stylistically similar to.
It's the ability to play left back and play center back, and the pairing on the left side of him and Akanji, where they can kind of roll around each other and both play center back and both play left back, depending on what's needed, is utterly outrageous and just fantastic.
And then I was surprised that Nunez, Rico Lewis typically fills in for their right hand role, but Nunez filled in and he was actually half decent. So
he was.
No, like the City side with Marmouche and Kusanov, like they're making the right moves for the future. I hope those charges hit. Fuck City.
Fuck City.
Fuck City.
Champions League, boys?
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess.
Dude, I mean, we had 18 fucking matches in the same day today. Or yesterday. Today on recording day, but yesterday on posting day. Like, what? Did anyone watch?
I was busy.
I put both of my mortgages on the 18 game parlay.
So you're stupid.
I'm leaving the country in about 45 minutes. So if we can wrap this up.
So
Can we wrap this up?
I hopped into the Trap House Sports Network Discord server and I streamed the Galazzo show for everybody in there. Check that out, by the way, Trap House Sports Network. I mean, Will's great. Highly recommend. But
you lost because you suck.
So we did not lose because we suck. We lost because the game didn't fucking matter.
No, you guys suck. It's over.
You suck balls. You're gonna lose the championship. Fucking everything.
I just need to point out that our front three was Gakpo, Jaden Dans, Fede Chiesa. Our midfield was Harvey Elliott, Wataru Endo, and James McConnell. Fucking Andy Robertson played center back today.
That team wins the Premier League.
Maybe in like 1974. But they look.
If you give them a Leicester badge back in fucking a couple of years ago, they end up winning the Prem.
I just want to talk about, I guess, today's matches. Villa and Celtic was a thriller. Every time I looked over at Galazzo, I feel like there was a goal from that match. I mean, it was 2-0, then it was 2-2, and then it was 4-2. And crazy goals. Atalanta Barcelona was fantastic. I'm going to go on a little bit of an individual tangent here, but I was very critical of the Champions League format changing before this season. And I'll give you guys a chance to rebuttal this, but I personally think it worked. I love it. I love that so many teams had so many things to play for towards the end on the last day. I like that of the 18 games, 14 of them had implications. Mm-hmm. I like that it's all one league phase. I like the idea of if you finish top 8, you get that bye. I thought I was going to hate this Champions League format, and I gotta say, they won me over. I know that they added the games for greed, and I know that it didn't take player safety into account and player rest and all of that. And I know it's not great for the players, but it's exciting. And I think if that's what they were going for, I personally think it worked. And I just kind of want to know what you guys think about it.
I am in full agreement with you, Brian.
I've played this format before in Football Manager. I think it's fun, but again, I just feel like player safety. I feel like
fuck the players. I think this would look cool.
I wouldn't go as far as to say fuck the players, but it worked. It was more exciting. Especially because usually by match week 5, for the most part, you know who's won almost every group. Match week 6, people are usually just playing for Europa League. This matters. And then they don't draw the tournament anymore. Seeded knockout. So your seeding matters. And that's all really, really important. And I'm a big fan of it. I'm not going to lie.
I agree.
I liked it.
It's just the extra games. I feel like you could still do the same system with the same amount of games.
You could do the same system with 6 games instead of 8. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I was about to say.
I like the new system. I think it's too many games.
Yeah. I really liked it overall. I think it was crazy to see this overall format, and I really was able to give praise to teams that we previously probably wouldn't have. I was upset that the likes of City and a few other ones were able to sneak in, but it is what it is, and I'm excited to see the second, the knockout round of this tournament.
I will say Club Brugge, are they from? Yeah, they're from Belgium. You could just never trust Belgium to keep out the evil empire.
I mean, Belgium had that golden generation of international footy that didn't do anything. Club Brugge.
You mean the absolute shit fest?
Club Brugge had a chance to eliminate Manchester City. I know we have had some listeners in Belgium throughout history and throughout the time of this show, but y'all got to step up. You had a chance to do something amazing and eliminate Manchester City, and you didn't.
This is the worst thing since like the Maginot Line that you guys have done. Like, honest to God, like this means something to me.
Oh wow.
Bro, I think it's just hilarious seeing the downfall of Girona in one season.
I mean, you knew it was going to happen, dude.
I know, but it's just hilarious.
It's what happens when a club that is not usually that good jumps into this next level of football. They're not, one, they lost some of their best players, and two, they don't have, I mean, at this point now, they don't have the squad to be able to play all these matches.
Yeah. They just suck.
All right. We got a couple weeks until knockouts.
We're doing 2 early predictions.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like the matchups are set. I don't know what they are yet.
Isn't it just like the teams in the like facing each other? Isn't it like?
Oh wait, no, there is a draw. I need to correct myself. There is a bit of a draw, but it's not a full draw.
I know the top 8 are secure. All right. Here, fuck it. Let's just do who's winning at this current point.
Who do we think is going to win the Champions League?
Yeah.
I'm taking Liverpool. Not even because of my team bias, not even because I like them, just because of how they've been playing in the competition. When you saw their 8 league phase matches, you thought it was going to be tough, and they finished first. I mean, they smacked Leverkusen. They beat Madrid 2-0. They smacked AC Milan. I mean, they had a phenomenal run in the league phase. I personally think they're the favorite, and that's my objective opinion. That's not even my Liverpool fan opinion.
I know he has been ass in terms of what we expected him to be at Real Madrid to start.
Are you taking Madrid because of Mbappe?
I just can't go against Mbappe, man. It's burnt me going on this boat before.
Okay.
But God damn it, I just can't go against him, man. I feel like when he is hot, and he's getting hotter, man. He just scored his first hat trick with the team.
He's starting to get better. I agree.
And I will say this, man. Jude Bellingham is like big, like turning into like super big moments guy. Like he'll just like create something out of nowhere.
The issue is that Mbappe is starting to take the fuel away from Jude Bellingham, and it's Jude Bellingham's team. It's not Mbappe's, and they're trying to like play side and side. Mbappe was playing like ass, and now Jude is like, "You're a bitch. I don't really want to play with you right now."
What they're doing is they're playing Mbappe like they're supposed to. It's kind of like don't like give it to him, but give it to him when he's like at his top speed. Because there's no one like there's like maybe 3 center backs in the world that can like keep up with him, full sprint, step for step.
I don't even know if there's any. I mean, he's so goddamn fast.
It's like crazy. And you have him and Jude.
You need an Alphonso Davies to keep up with him.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, right now, who I'm taking is probably gonna be Barca, but
you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
This is like the Vikings, dude.
It's literally, Chad. That was perfect. It's like
if I have one team that I actually want to win,
not want to win, think is gonna win.
Realistically, I think Liverpool's gonna win.
Yeah, you just don't want to say it. I just wanted to get you there because
fuck you, you dumb bitch. Barcelona as like realistic. Fuck it, why not? And then Lille OSC with Jonathan David. They're gonna win. I want them to win. That would actually be the craziest shit.
That would be wild.
I will say the badge is pretty sick. I think it'd be really cool if they won.
I think it would be really cool.
I will say we've had a bunch of lame badges win the Champions League recently. I think we need someone cool on that list of teams.
Yeah, I don't need a dumbass fucking chicken Like, goddamn
Why?
Liverpool.
I know
like,
you
don't
support
give a
Manchester
fuck.
United, but why do you hate me so much?
Yeah, eat a bag of dicks. Fuck you. Barcelona, like, I think that looks alright. It's like a weird looking shield with like a touch of yeah. Fuck the Gooners. I'm not
Well, you could
allowed to
just say. I
say.
mean, no, you could say "fuck Thomas Party." I feel
I
like
was
we
gonna
could come to
say
agreement on that. Like,
no. Whoa! Are you saying fuck him for the reason I think you're saying fuck him?
yeah. Like it's him. There's big six club player who's been in controversy before has been arrested on the field. Who fucking else could it be?
Yeah. Inter's badge. All I can think of is a vagina.
That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy. All right.
Bro,
I think
We gotta chill.
look at-
Nah.
we gotta stop
That's out of
that.
pocket. That's out of pocket. Nah.
Atletico. I can't really think of it. I
It's
think
called
it
the
has a dumbass bear in the corner. Atleticos is actually all right. It's not the worst badge I've
I
ever
just
seen.
wanted to make a single side-off comment about just bad badges. I
don't want to make any comments about bad badges. That's how you piss off fan bases. I think we're good.
That's my middle name.
I do have a question. I have a question, and I want to slide this into some general sports right now. Are we all pissed off that it's Eagles Chiefs? Other than
No.
Carl, who made some money on the bet.
No.
I made money on the Chiefs, but I'm still pissed that it's the Chiefs.
Chad, did you say no?
I said no.
Well, you hate the Bills because you're a
Wow.
Pats fan.
But this is like the two best teams in the playoffs.
I mean, that's fair.
Like they earned it.
I mean, that's fair.
Like
If it was the Lions, like the Lions would have deserved it.
But I
they
think the
just,
Bills deserved it
you
too.
gotta win your game.
I know. I mean, the winner of the games would have deserved it.
Yeah.
It's also like, I'm sorry, man. Saquon is like playing like the coolest dude on like
Saquon's
planet
having like the
Earth.
best running back season we've ever seen ever of anyone.
And then the Chiefs is just really funny because like
Everyone hates them.
that it's a weird Venn diagram of like they have a really annoying section of their fan base, and then you also have like grifter NFL fan base, and it's like an amalgamation of like their toxicity like radiates the grifter toxicity, and it makes it really fun to watch. It's like watching two cavemen fight.
Yeah.
Because like everyone has been so revisionist of like the Patriots dynasty recently. It's so funny. And everyone's like, dude, we had it so lucky with Tom Brady.
Dude, it was the
Fuck
same
yeah,
conversation with the ref
Dude,
protection and
dude,
the whatever and the
dude,
whatever and the
This-
whatever.
no,
It's the
I'm
same
sorry.
shit.
As a Patriots fan, I'm going to admit the Patriots dynasty, we actually had the balls to cheat. Okay. We aren't the pretty princesses like the Chiefs dynasty is, man. We sent spies to your team's practices. There's like, okay, Deflategate's like probably not real, but
So can I talk about Deflategate real quick?
Yeah.
So as a Colts fan, that shit did not fucking matter.
Oh yeah, but
So one, it was only for like the first half. And two, it doesn't matter if he threw deflated footballs when LeGarrette Blount runs for 284 yards and 3 touchdowns.
that's the other
Like
thing,
what?
man. Like as well, like there's a really good tweet where it's like Travis Kelce isn't out here committing murder.
No.
Like
Yeah.
the Chiefs are just like a normal NFL dynasty, and it has been so long since we have had a normal NFL dynasty that I think the modern day internet isn't ready for a normal NFL dynasty because they had 20 years of Tom Brady.
Yeah, and everyone wanted to be with Tom Brady. Everyone.
Everyone hated Tom Brady. Everyone hated. I understand why, but at the same time, dude, it's like Like I feel like the only like bad thing, or one of the only bad things about the Chiefs is Kareem Hunt and Harrison Butker. Off the top of my head, that's like the two. And again, you can say that with any NFL team, but it's like genuine controversy. Nothing. Andy Reid's been likable since day one. But what is Patrick Mahomes' like biggest flaw?
His brother.
That his wife and brother. It's like exactly. It's not even him.
I don't think Travis Kelce has flaws.
Travis Kelce dates fucking Taylor Swift. Now, albeit Taylor Swift uses her airplane to go to Starbucks, but again, not a member of the Chiefs organization. Again, we talk the Patriots dynasty. We had the fucking balls to actually be the evil empire. Okay, we probably did sacrifice some people, man. We had fucking lacrosse players as wide receiver threes in the Super Bowl. All right. We actually
Chris Hogan was a baller too.
He was a baller, but still, man, you got the fucking lacrosse players. Like we beat the Legion of Boom with Brandon LaFell, Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, and Chris Hogan, and Shane Vereen. Like they were,
and the craziest interception in the last minute in fucking NFL history.
Worst play call I've ever seen.
Black magic, man. I feel like Bill.
Yo,
Belichick.
What do you do when you're on the 1 yard line? Quick question.
You throw it.
Tush push.
If you have Marshawn Lynch in the backfield and you're at the 1 yard line, what do?
You throw it. That's really funny because now he's the coach of the team that Tom Brady owns.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I will say, I think Bill Belichick unfortunately has his like own circle of hell now. When eventually he gets taken, I feel like no matter what he's gonna do, I think he's cooked.
What do you mean?
Like the Patriots totally have like done demon rituals before, like as a fan of this team. Like we have performed.
I haven't talked about this. I just need to say I'm at a crossroads with Bill Belichick right now. I'm an Indianapolis Colts fan. I hate the New England Patriots. I hate Bill Belichick. Now, Carl, I'm going to ask you a question. Who's my favorite college sports team?
The cunts in light blue.
The University of North Carolina. So now, the coach of the NFL team that I used to... I don't hate them as much anymore, but that I used to hate second most in the NFL behind the Dallas Cowboys. And the man that I called an evil villain is the head coach of my favorite Division I college football team. Fuck me.
Get wrecked. And guess what? Guess cheating, he probably had to like pull off like he was like a 70s FBI agent. It's legal probably in college football.
Oh, he's literally gonna end up winning the chip.
He already has somehow. He totally has like somewhere in his contract like I need a entire army of surveillance drones so I can spy on the other team.
Absolutely.
I need you guys to pay every athlete a bare minimum $10 million so that way we can have a competitive football team.
They would probably do it.
They might do good. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm like more like Tom Brady kind of did a lot more of it, but it's also because Tom Brady like carried an offense that didn't need to pay anyone money except Gronk. That they could spend the money on.
Gronk catch
really
ball,
good
Gronk
defense.
score touchdown, Gronk spike ball.
Bro, they didn't even have to pay fucking Randy Moss. Like, fuck out of here. That was ridiculous.
They didn't win the Super Bowl with Randy Moss, though.
Nope.
They had
the best version of Tom Brady never won a Super Bowl, if you think about it.
That is true.
Yeah, they had one of the best seasons ever. They had a 16-1 season.
18-1.
18.
18-1. So
This thing's even more. I still can't watch the highlights of that game. It pisses me off. But
But I think so. I agree with something that DeAndre Hopkins said. I think Patrick Mahomes gets too much hate for winning.
yes.
no.
Like, just straight up.
There's just Well, there's 31 other fan bases in the league. I feel like you're obviously going to get for it.
Well, and it comes down to like it's always everyone's better than Mahomes in everybody else's eyes until it's time to actually be better than him, and then you're not.
You know what always happened with Brady? The same exact shit.
Yep.
And there's a crazy stat. Fucking Tom Brady in clutch moments when there's only 1 minute on the clock and you need to either score a field goal or a touchdown to either win or tie the game to go to OT and or, like I said, win. He is 5 for 11, so like 46%. League average is 40%. Drew Brees has a good average of 50% at 3 and 6. Only person with 100% is fucking Patty.
Oh wait, 3 and 6 or 3, 4, 6?
3, 4, 6.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That changes a lot more. Jeez. I'm like,
it's a lot different than 3, 4, 6.
Okay, Christ. Yeah, no. Oh my God. When you said this the other night, I'm thinking like, okay, 7 and 7. Okay, that's 500.
Yeah, no, 7, 4, 7 is outrageous.
Oh my God.
It's
just... no, he's 100% for this. Like, he's the only player ever to be 7 for 7, and literally he's second most all time in terms of attempts for these situations. Tom Brady is number 1, and Tom Brady's percentage is 46 or like 48% or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing. Like he's 5 for 11. I don't know the exact percentage, but it's like just below 50.
So 7 for 7.
He's 7 for 7.
Dude, that's an airplane.
You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
Bro, don't. Are you a whistleblower? Where
are we?
That's why I say, bro, I gotta go, man.
All right, bro, Chad's got to go.
Comes.
So we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm happy that we got Carl back, but we'll catch you guys next week on another episode of the High Kicks podcast.
Brian, I swear to God, if you fuck this recording up again, I'll smack you.
Dude, I understand that. Peace.
My name's Crush God, and I still have no closure.
You suck, Chad.
I'm not going to lie. This is our second episode that we're recording this week because my dumbass hit the record button last night.
Fuck
in the
Brian.
Of the show, and I lost the
Chad,
episode.
can we start a chant? Fuck Brian.
Fuck Brian. Fuck Brian.
Fuck Brian. Fuck Brian. Fuck Brian. Fuckbrian. Brian sucks dick. Brian sucks dick. Fuck Brian. Fuck Brian. Fuckbrian.